Hi guys, welcome to this full review about these GOLABS portable power stations. The model type is R300. We get it also with a user manual. It's very nice described, everything here, but actually it's a pretty simple device. I mean simple, it's easy to use, and so you don't have to read a lot to be able to use it. There are a couple of really important things to use, like the buttons or some button combination that's here described. Then here the specs, but I guess you already read that in the listing, and here we have some possible error codes. But that's about it, what you have to know about this instructions. Apart from that, it's really easy to use. I have bought it about 2 weeks ago and I have done a lot of tests with it. It's a really interesting device, really capable, beautiful device. And so I'm going to show you almost everything what you can do with this device here. So stay tuned to the very end. It's really important to know everything before you make a buy decision about this device. In general, we can say it's a rather small, very compact device, but still very powerful. It has this nice handle. When we look at it, we see this fan on the side, at least on one side there's a fan, on the other side is just the cooling opening, and in the back we have the light and also some description here. And at the bottom we have these 4 soft rubber feet, which is really helpful to keep it safe. So it has a really solid stand and you're not scratching any sensitive surface. Regarding the accessories, it comes with a normal power adapter, charger, wall plug, and the car charger. You can plug it in your car and then plug it into the power station and charge it from there. Or you can use a solar panel and then you get even this nice adapter cable. But for a lot of really good solar panels, you are not needing this cable. You can directly use that here or charge it with the PD outlet, and I've already done this and it worked really well. I have a 120 watts solar panel and I've used it directly with the cable from the solar panel here, and it was charging with around 60 watts. I think that's probably, I mean it's not described, but I guess it's the maximum which you can use to charge it from a solar panel or through this outlet here. It's not described, but my solar panel was 18 volts, and it's described that this charger here is charging with 3.5 amps here. So probably this outlet, it has a maximum charge of 3.2 amps. When we multiply this with the 18 volts, then we get to around 60 watts, which I've been charging it, and it charged really well, really fast. So when I got this power station from Amazon, it was charged about 80%, and then I was charging it with my solar panel for 1 hour, and it was then charging up to 100%. So when we look at this panel here, it has a nice overview. We started with a long press here, and then we can turn on and off these parts individually, like the DC, which is the part here underneath, on off, then the whole USB part on off, or the AC power on off. Really nice. Of course there's no grounding, but we have the openings here, so we can use this outlet also with 3-prong plugs. That's really convenient. A lot of power stations don't have this, so I love this. We have also 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter, which you can use to charge. That's also good. It's even nicely protected. Then we have the USB outlets here, which are really capable. We have 2 USB-A outlets with about 20 watts each, then a PD with 30 watts, and then even a PD with 60 watts. That's super capable, and it can be used for input and output. So you can see how this works. We plug it in and the display is really good. It shows the current charge and it shows with how many watts it's charging or discharging. That's really good. Regarding the charging, it's not showing how long it will take, but usually with discharging it will tell you how many hours the charge will last. I'm going to show you that later. So you can see the power adapter is charging with around 45 watts, really powerful. And I'm just showing you a sample here. We are using normal USB-A Then we turn it on here, and then we get automatically the power, and then we can start. You can see I'm using 3 amps, which is 13.5 watts here at the end. Of course, there's a little bit of loss here, and this shows 16 watts. So absolutely perfect. So I stop this here again. What I wanted to show you here is the capacity. Here it's showing 19 watt hours. I've been starting with 100%, so we have been using 7%. So 1% is about 3 watt hours. When we multiply this, it would be 21 watt hours, and we have been registering 19 watt hours. What we have to be aware of, that this power station is internally using this LiFePO4 advanced batteries, which are really capable, but they have only 3.2 volts. So when we want to use them here with high power or even with USB or DC power, it has to be converted, and so there's always a loss when we have to convert that. But you can see when we do the calculation here, the loss is very, very minimal. So we can assume that the batteries inside are really powerful, and the electronics is also very efficient. So that's really positive here. Sometimes with such power banks we see a lot of loss, sometimes even 50% of loss when it has to be translated into another voltage, and here we have only around 10%, which is a really absolutely awesome value. And in general, we can definitely assume that we really have this 299 or almost 300 watt hours inside. And we also have a lot of protection here built in inside, like for overcurrent or voltage overheating and so on. I can show you how good this works when we plug it in and use too much power. I mean, the maximum here is around 15 watts or so. And I'm starting this here, I'm on 13.8 watts. And I increase that, you will hear what happens. Yeah, we got this beeping, and it stopped immediately before it was causing any damage. And usually it gets back into normal position, normal usage. If you have a problem, you can turn it off and turn it on again, or the whole thing turn off or turn on again. Or you can also do the reset when you hold this and the button here in the back for the light. Same time you can do a reset. By the way, also the light here on the back is really good. You can push when it's turned on, you get into the strongest steady light, and when we push again it goes into a little bit a lower light, and then it goes into SOS, and then it goes into strobe, and then turns off again. What's also good to see, the power consumption. The light is only pulling around 3 watts when it's in maximum brightness, and if you would use it like that, it would be shining more than 3 days in a row. When we change it to the lower brightness, then it would shine for more than a week. Of course, that's the maximum of 99. It doesn't go higher than 99 hours. But if we do the calculation, it would be more than a week. So I've seen some people complaining in the comments that this thing is not capable. From my side, with all the tests I've done, it showed really very capable charging itself and then charging other things from here. You can really see there is not much loss, and it's really powerful. We can easily get this 15 watts even from normal USB-A outlet. But of course, when you're using very cheap cables, something like that, I'm starting this here, and you can see there's absolutely no power. I can go down as far as I want. There's almost no power around. It's almost impossible to get more than 3 or 4 watts or so, but has nothing to do with this power station. It's just because I was using a cheap cable. So be very careful what kind of cables you are using. I suggest to use only USB-C if ever possible. And here I have a sample to show you how much you can charge. This is really crazy. Now I'm charging this power station here from this power adapter, and I'm using 3 outputs, 2 times USB, and here even 110 volts you can see, which goes into this USB, and then is using 10 watts here, 10 watts here, and around I think 5 watts here, something like that, or even a little bit more. And that also confirms that we can use path-through charging. That's really important. A lot of power stations do not allow to use path-through charging the power station and charging other devices from the power station at the same time. By the way, if you can't see the panel here, you can just push here because it has an automatic dimming mode. And the really interesting thing is to see that even in this configuration with 3 outputs, the power station is still charging up because there's 45 watts, really powerful power going into this station right now. What's also interesting to see, when we remove this loud USB stuff here, that usually most of the time we are not hearing anything from this power station. So we are feeding now almost 45 watts into the power station, and now I'm using the USB output here at the same time, and there is absolutely nothing to hear. With a lot of similar power stations, the fan is starting really soon and really loud, and then you have all this annoying noise all the time. Here it's on a very low level. Usually the fan is not spinning at all, and if it's spinning then it's not loud, so I love this definitely. Also, some people have been complaining about the 12 volts, that there is no power. I can show you that there is definitely power, and at the same time I can show you how safe this power station is. I feed this directly here, so we have the output here and we have the input again. You can see there is a lot of power cycling here. I don't recommend to do that. This is definitely not something which you should do, but I just wanted to show you that there's definitely current flowing, even really strong one here. I stop this here again. And as a last test, I've been running the compatibility test with the PD 60 watts adapter, and we see a lot of compatibility here with Apple and Samsung and so on, up to 12 volts. PD 3.0 and up to 60 watts power output. So from my side, everything is looking really good. I haven't seen such a compact, really powerful and even reasonable price device. For me, it's one of the best, one of the most sophisticated devices, and also easy to use, and it's safe. Doesn't get much better than that, so I can give you full recommendation, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.